All right, let's go
look,
New England Patriots.
I have no earthly idea whether you're right or not, but I'm willing to roll with it.
No, it is. 42-13, New England Patriots over the Carolina Panthers. Patriots move to 2-2. Panthers fall to 1-3. Panthers got up to a 6-0 lead, had their field goal blocked, their extra point. Bryce Young to Tommy Tremble. Then the Patriots scored the next 42 points in this one, including Marcus Jones, punt return for a touchdown, and another long
Almost
punt
had
return.
a second one. Almost. The punter got him. He must be so pissed off.
Yeah, but it was like so much work. Like you're just exhausted. You're cutting. It wasn't the punter got him. It was, the punter got him. But,
I'm just saying, you don't, when you're in.
He was in a difficult position after avoiding the non-punters.
You're right. Yes. But when you're Monday evaluating the play, you're going to be really upset that the punter got you.
I know we talked about this briefly, but there's always a couple games back through the season you look back at like this isn't in line with other performances. The two that come to mind right now would be the Jets week 1 against the Steelers, almost pulling that off and having the best Jets looking like the best offense in week 1, and then the Panthers 30-0 over the Falcons last week because the Panthers
makes no sense from either side's perspective.
The Panthers have played that one good game, and then maybe like the second half against Arizona back in week 2. Other than that, they have not looked great. And I don't know, Bryce Young, is he calibrated to average 5 yards per attempt? Because that's exactly where he landed in this game.
Calibrated to have 5 yards per attempt and like 165 yards.
No matter what happens.
Right.
Whether it's through drops or misses or whatever it might be. Anyway, Patriots, pretty clean, efficient game. And Drake Maye's playing good football right now. They didn't need him a lot from a pass game perspective. 14 of 17 for 203, 2 touchdowns, ran for another one. I think he's making good decisions with the ball. I think he's completing like 73, 74% of his passes for a guy that had these accuracy issues coming out, missing the easy stuff.
There was some stat that he's like, it's something like
I saw that,
completed 75% of his passes with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, or something like that is the combination that you need for this number. And I think he already leads he's got 4 of them.
He has 3 straight games of that. The only person with more in a row is Brady.
Yes,
in 07.
That's it. And the next people on the list are like Peyton Manning and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's a good start for May. Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Hit that subscribe button, and now let's get back to the action. Again, I'm going through the film here, and two things are true. Again, Patriots doing a really nice job working the middle of the field. They got Stephon Diggs on these over routes, wide open a couple times. May actually missed 2 open throws as well. Like he could have easily been 16 for 17 passing for even better numbers. But Diggs on the over routes, like work in the middle of the field. That's what I loved about Drake Maye coming out at UNC. I thought they leaned into that pretty well in this game and last week in New England. And then the other thing that's true, again, the linebackers in Carolina, maybe the worst linebacking group in the NFL. They've been exploited in 3 out of 4 games pretty badly here so far. But I thought New England did a nice job working the middle of the field with the pass game. They stuck with the fumblers, running the ball. Ramondre Stevenson.
We saw a little bit more of Henderson this game. But
we did.
It wasn't like Henderson's going to come in because Ramondre can't be trusted anymore. It's like, nah, he's still going to play and still going to get done.
They used Antonio Gibson well on jet sweeps. Ramondre had a 22-yarder that helped set up a score. They used Travion Henderson in the red zone with a 5-yard touchdown. Good job. So I thought they did a nice job spreading the work around for those running backs. They're good running backs.
Right.
When they're not fumbling.
And Vrabel said that. He's like, look, he's not going in the doghouse. Like, he's still an important part of this offense. We need him still, basically.
And then, I just thought the Patriots offense, Drake Maye playing really efficient, had another running touchdown in there. So he's picking his spots, when to scramble, when to run, making good decisions with the football. So I think Maye's playing really good ball. Had a couple mishaps last week against the Steelers, but overall he's been pretty nice.
Yeah, he looked really good in this game. I mean, we said before, look, if his critical flaw as a quarterback up until this point had been the 1 or 2 really bad mistakes per game, and if you just get those out of him, I mean, he's immediately a very good quarterback, independent of what the receiving core and the offensive line looks like. Well, the Panthers are the type of team where it doesn't really matter what your receiving core, your offensive line looks like. You're probably going to do okay against them. And then if your quarterback also doesn't really make any mistakes with the ball, well, now you're going to put up a lot of points. Then you add on punt return touchdowns to the equation, and like everything's great. And that's what this was.
The other couple plays that stood out. It was 35-6. It was still a blowout, but Patriots go on 4th and 3. Maye hits Stephon Diggs on a back shoulder down the field for a big play. And then Mac Hollins again, middle of the field, wide open for a 4-yard touchdown. So pretty dominant performance from New England. Milton Williams, I don't know if he ended up on the stat sheet with anything, but he had a quick pressure that forced Bryce Young to spin out into someone else's, someone else picked up the sack there on that play.
The Milton Williams Bowl.
The Milton Williams Bowl, the last two teams battling to pay him $26 million a year. New England's pass rush has been much improved this year, and I think Milton Williams is a big part of that.
Yeah, he was reasonably quiet in this game, but Christian Barmore had a really big game from the interior more. The Patriots did get a decent chunk of pressure, but it was sort of dispersed throughout the defense.
Carolina-wise, I mean, inconsistent offense. They look good early on. Beautiful pass, Bryce Young to Tommy Tremble for the first touchdown. They are trying to feed Teterow and McMillan. There's a couple just misses and connections. Like, I still really love McMillan, but they need help. They've got injuries at receiver.
They need to get Jalen Coker back at some point. Teterow and McMillan is basically their only receiving threat at the moment. I don't know if it's going to be enough even with Jalen Coker, but at least with Coker, you're like, okay, there's somewhere else to go with the football for the moment. If they don't have him in the lineup, it's like it's McMillan. If a team wants to take him away or really throw some coverage in his direction, they don't trust anybody else to win, more than 5 yards down the field. Like Xavier Legette wasn't playing in this game, I don't think. Even when he's been playing, he's been a non-factor. Hunter Renfrow is a specific type of, receiver in a group that if you need anything more than that, it's not going to be there. You traded away Adam Thielen. Like, they just don't have it without Jalen Coker. And even him, you're talking undrafted second-year player that was a surprise package as a rookie and then gets hurt with a hamstring injury that was bad enough to land him on IR for a while. So that could take a while. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And the all-knowing algorithm is convinced you'll also like these videos. And who are we to argue?